Well, hello guys, welcome back to another video. So in the last video I talked about the new banknotes I bought from the recently concluded FCAS Convention 2026, or the Filipino Collectibles Antiques Society, and I went there recently, and I made a whole video about it. If you haven't seen it, it's in the link below. But I went there recently last Saturday with my parents, and I spent at least 1,750 pesos on 10 banknotes, and honestly it's worth it, because some of these banknotes, well, actually most of these banknotes are all uncirculated. Only two of them are like quite circulated. So now we will be getting into all of the details, the portraits within all of these banknotes. And I'll be talking about all of them today here in this single video that you're seeing right now. So let's get into it. So this is in alphabetical order. The first banknote we have here is from Azerbaijan. This is a 1 Manat banknote from Azerbaijan. This is the 2005 version or the 2009 version. So I originally wanted to get the 2020 version, but the seller said, oh, it's just the same thing. So I got this instead. Honestly, this is the first currency I have from the Caucasus. Now, the front of this banknote has 3 Azerbaijani folk music instruments. The first one being a daf, which is here in the middle. A daf is an Iranian frame drum, a musical instrument. It is also used in popular and classical music in Persian-influenced South and Central Asia, such as Afghanistan, Azerbaijan, Tajikistan, Iran, Uzbekistan, Turkey, many regions of Georgia, Armenia, Pakistan, as well as parts of India. It is also popular among Balkans, Caucasians, Bulgarians, Jews, Kurds, and Macedonians. The second instrument is this one, over here. This is called a kamanche. This is an Iranian bowed string instrument used in Persian, Azerbaijani, Armenian, Kurdish, Georgian, Turkmen, and Uzbek music, with slight variations in the structure of the instrument. So it's this one over here, not this one. And lastly is the tar, which is this one down here. This is an Iranian string instrument in the lute family, used by many cultures and countries in the Middle East and the Caucasus, including Iran, Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, Georgia, Armenia, Tajikistan, and Turkey. Notice how the instruments are all of Persian influence. That's how big the Persian Empire was. It reached the Caucasus. And you're probably noticing another thing in this banknote, and it does look close to the euro. It does look like the euro, because it is designed by the same person, Robert Kalina. He also designed the previous series of Austrian banknotes before they switched to the euro, and he also designed the euro himself. So it's pretty cool. Here in the back we have a map of Azerbaijan. So you can see it's cut off here because that's Armenia right there. And you could see a small map of Europe here, which is also present in the euro. And you could see these windows right here. Now these are actually ornaments of regional carpets within these windows. Now the next currency in this list is this Cayman Islands dollar. So this is my first ever banknote from a British overseas territory. So this is a currency that I've wanted to get for like a very long time now. So the front of the banknote features the late Queen Elizabeth II, who was the Queen of the United Kingdom and its overseas territories, and several Commonwealth nations. And over here to her left is an angelfish, a marine angelfish from the family of Ghanian Cedis. Hopefully I pronounced that right. They are found on shallow reefs in the tropical Atlantic, Indian, and mostly Western Pacific Oceans. The back of this banknote features this small nautilus shell here on the very top left, and here in the middle is called the Bluff on Cayman Brac. Now there's not much information about this in the Wikipedia page that's on beside me right now, but I am guessing that this is a park, a national park or a natural park in the Cayman Islands. From the banknote I can tell that it's beautiful. Up next is this 1000 Chilean Peso banknote. This is another currency that I've wanted to get for a very long time now, actually. I saw this back in 2021 and you know, I wanted it ever since. So the front of this banknote features Ignacio Guerrera Pinto. He was a Chilean soldier and captain of the 4th Company of the Chacabuco 6th Line Battalion, who was killed in action at the Battle of La Concepcion. A hero of the War of the Pacific, Carrera is commemorated on the 1000 Chilean Peso banknote, which you can see here right now. The back of this banknote features Torres del Paine National Park. This is a national park encompassing mountains, glaciers, lakes and rivers in southern Chilean Patagonia. The Cordillera del Paine group of mountains is the park's centerpiece. It lies in the transition area between the Magellanic subpolar forests and the Patagonian steppes, or steppes. It's spelled as S-T-E-P-P-E-S. By the way, I apologize for pronouncing it as Cordillera and Magellanic, because here in the Philippines, double L is pronounced as Lia, because, you know, Spanish, for example, in Spanish it's pronounced as Cordillera, but in Filipino it's pronounced as Cordillera. But either way, beautiful banknote, beautiful nature reserve, and you can actually see some llamas in there. Up next is this 20,000 peso banknote from Colombia. The front of the banknote features Alfonso López Michelsen. He was a Colombian politician and lawyer who served as the 25th president of Colombia from 1974 to 1978. He was nicknamed El Pollo, or the chicken, a popular Colombian idiom for people with precocious careers. And on the back we have the La Mojana channels in the region of the Zenu people, and the sombrero vuelteado, which is this one. Up next is this 5 Ghanian Cedis banknote. So the front of the banknote features the Big Six. So what are the Big Six, or who are even the Big Six? The Big Six were leaders of the United Gold Coast Convention, one of the leading political parties in the British colony of the Gold Coast, which is modern-day Ghana, which successfully fought for independence from Britain. They were detained by the colonial authorities in 1948, following disturbances in the city of Accra, which is the capital of Ghana, that led to the killing of 3 World War II veterans. In 1957, Ghana became an independent Commonwealth nation. Today, the Big Six are depicted on the banknotes of the Ghanian Cedi, which you can see here. So the Big Six, hopefully I could pronounce these names correctly. If there's any Ghanaians watching this, I apologize in advance. But the Big Six are Kwame Nkrumah. He was the first Prime Minister and first President of Ghana. Ako Adjei, founding member of the UGCC. Edward Akufo-Addo, founding member of the UGCC and subsequently Chief Justice and President of Ghana. Joseph Bauke Dankwa, founding member of the UGCC. Emmanuel Obetsebi Lamptey, founding member of the UGCC. William Ofori Atta, founding member of the UGCC. And if you've forgotten what the UGCC is, it's the United Gold Coast Convention. Over here on their left side is the Black Star Gate. This is a monument located in Accra at the center of the Black Star Square. It was formerly called Independence Square. The gate is topped with the Black Star of Africa, a 5-pointed star that symbolizes Africa in general and the independence and sovereignty of Ghana in particular. Over here in the back we see the University of Ghana and the Balme Library. Up next are these two banknotes from Guinea. So I have 10,000 francs and 20,000 francs. Now, these two are the two highest denomination banknotes of Guinea, but this one is only 70 pesos and this one is 140 pesos. This is the highest denomination banknote, by the way, so it's quite shocking. But anyways, let's get onto the portraits on the front and on the back of these two banknotes. Over here on the 10,000 franc banknote, we have a young male. There's no specific name, it's just a random young male or a random kid. He looks like a kid for me. And here in the 20,000, we have a portrait of a smiling Guinean woman. So they put random people in banknotes. Although quite weird for me, I think it's also great in some way because it just features normal citizens of the country, you know. Imagine not being known yet you're featured on your country's national banknotes. That would be very cool. I just love how they just put everyday Guineans in their banknotes or on their banknotes. Now the back of these two banknotes have different motifs. So the motif on the 10,000 francs is a field. This is a random field, they didn't specify what it is. And on the right side is the Mount Laura with the rock formation of Lady of Mali. So you could see that there. It looks like a face. And here in the back it features the Caleta hydropower plant located in the Konkure River in Western Guinea. And on the right side there are two transmission towers. Now another country that I got two banknotes from is Hungary. So I got 500 forint and 1000 forint. So if you've watched the last video, I was, when I first saw Half Asleep Chris's video, I wanted to get these banknotes for myself because they look absolutely beautiful. The only problem is I won't get to see their beautiful UV features because my UV light frequency is different. But anyways, we'll get to the portraits of the banknotes now. The 500 forint features Francis II Rákóczi. He was a Hungarian nobleman and leader of the Rákóczi's War of Independence against the Habsburgs in 1703 to 1711 as the Prince of the Estates Confederated for Liberty of the Kingdom of Hungary. He was also Prince of Transylvania, an imperial prince, and a member of the Order of the Golden Fleece. Today, he is considered a national hero in Hungary. By the way, if there's any Hungarians watching this, I hope that you forgive me for my pronunciation, as always. And over here in the 1000 forint is King Matthias Corvinus. He was King of Hungary and Croatia from 1458 to 1490 as Matthias I. He is often given the epithet the Just, After conducting several military campaigns, he was elected King of Bohemia in 1469 and adopted the title Duke of Austria in 1487. He was the son of John Hunyadi, the regent of Hungary, who died in 1456. In 1457, Matthias was imprisoned along with his older brother, Ladislaus Hunyadi, on the orders of King Ladislaus the Posthumous. Ladislaus Hunyadi was executed, causing a rebellion that forced King Ladislaus to flee Hungary. After the king died unexpectedly, Matthias's uncle, Michael Szilágyi, persuaded the estates to unanimously proclaim the 14-year-old Matthias as king on 24th January of 1458. He began his rule under his uncle's guardianship, but he took effective control of government within 2 weeks. Now it's time to look at the back of these banknotes. So the back of this 500 forint banknote features the castle of Sarospatak, and the back of this 1000 forint banknote features the Hercules fountain from the castle of Visegrad. Now this is the last banknote in these banknotes that I bought. So this is the 20 Mexican peso banknote. So this is a commemorative banknote from Mexico. So this is in the current series of banknotes that are circulating around Mexico, but this isn't considered like normal circulation, but they are circulating and they are commemorative, so it's like double status. So this banknote commemorates the bicentennial of Mexican independence. It was back in 1821 to 2021. And here is the Army of the Three Guarantees entering Mexico City. Now what even is the Army of the Three Guarantees? At the end of the Mexican War of Independence, the Army of the Three Guarantees, or Ejército Trigarante, or Ejército de las Tres Garantías, was the name given to the army after the unification of the Spanish troops led by Agustín de Iturbide and the Mexican insurgent troops of Vicente Guerrero, consolidating Mexico's independence from Spain. The decree created this army appeared in the Plan de Iguala, which stated the three guarantees which it was meant to defend were religion, independence, and unity. Mexico was to be a Catholic empire, independent from Spain, and united against its enemies. Now the back features a nature reserve, which is the Sian-Kaan Biosphere Reserve. This is a biosphere reserve in Tulum municipality in the state of Quintana Roo. It was established in 1986 and became a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1987. And over here is a Mexican crocodile, and this is a spoonbill, this bird up there. So all of these are absolutely beautiful banknotes, but obviously we will be checking the security features. I still have time, right? I still have time. So this will be probably for all of the paper notes. So most of these banknotes are paper banknotes. In a paper banknote you have a watermark. Let's get a light source. And over here, this is a see-through register, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically half of the image printed on the front and half of the image printed on the back. So when you point a light source behind it, you could see a whole image form. And over here is a latent image. So if you tilt that the right way, you could probably see number 1. Probably not, there's another latent image here that says A and B, which is Azerbaijani Manat. And down here, there's number 1 here. This is actually reminiscent of the current Euro notes, I think. This is a color changing ink, so you can see it's green. In the camera it's purple. If you tilt that, it becomes more purple, but it's green, then it's purple. It's like the current euro notes. Here in the back you could see this metal lines right here. That is a windowed security thread. So if you point a light behind it, you could see a whole line form. And there's also a latent image. Oh wait, no, that's not a latent image, that's an iridescent ink. Right there, blue and yellow. Now it's the same security features as well for the Cayman Islands dollar. Watermark, see-through register of the angelfish, windowed security thread, and an iridescent ink, and latent image, which is here and here. You see that, $1. So all the security features are literally on the front. Now this one is a polymer banknote, so it still kind of has the security features of a paper banknote. So over here is a fully embedded shadow line, and over here is a see-through register, and this is a clear window over here. This is a polymer banknote. And then same one for this as well. See-through register, two see-through registers, watermark, color changing ink, latent image, no, windowed security thread. This one in particular is color changing. Ghanian Cedis, same security features, watermark, see-through register, fully embedded security thread, windowed security thread. This time is a holographic security thread. It's also color changing, I think. And on the back is an iridescent ink. $10,000, watermark, see-through register of this pattern, this color changing ink. This is what I love about these Guinean banknotes. Latent image? Okay, none. On the back is a security thread, color changing as well. Actually, I think it's just rainbow. I just love that security thread right there. Same watermark, see-through register, color changing ink. Ah, there's a latent image here. It says RG, République de Guinée. Windowed security thread in the back, and this one is also holographic, and it's also color changing. So from yellow to green. Hungarian Forint, same security features, watermark, fully embedded security thread, see-through register on the very top right. This one has a holographic strip on the left side. There's also a color changing ink on the front, which goes from purple to yellow, I think, purple to gold. Oh, you could see it's gold, purple, gold, and an iridescent ink on the back. Same thing as well for the 1000 forint. Oops. Now this one is quite a bit different. So you still got the clear window here. This is a polymer banknote. You have a color changing ink here, or rolling effect. So it goes from gold or yellow to green, and these ones, when you tilt them, they become yellow as well. So yeah, I won't be checking the UV features because we're running out of time. It's been 30 minutes already that I'm filming this. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new. And to any Azerbaijanis, Cayman Islanders, Chileans, Colombians, Ghanaians, Guineans, Hungarians and Mexicans watching this, I want to thank you all for watching this video. Gracias, merci. I forgot how to say thank you in Hungarian, and I don't know how to say thank you in Azerbaijani. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.